The views, information, or opinions expressed during this show are solely those of the individuals presenting them and do not necessarily represent those of That Fuzzing Rock Show or its creators and writers. Cancel context, not humor. Enjoy the show.
Recording?
Yep, we're good.
Oh boy.
Woo! Oh, there you go. If anybody wants to use a microphone or whatever else.
We'll try using the microphones. I don't know how well this is gonna fucking go.
That's alright.
Fuck you, Josh, for not being here today to do our audio. Fuck your food.
I'm sick!
I'm farting out my mouth and shitting out my liver. Anyway. Yeah, so we wing this shit. We don't have any real script or anything and all that, but basically this is the Roving Culture podcast, and we talk about all sorts of underground media, whether it's music, arts. Today's topic is crew life turned biker life. I don't even know if I'm not even holding the fucking microphone. I'm just
It'll pick up.
So
it'll pick
anyway.
up. Here, just talk. Let me see if it.
All right, we're talking. I feel like important now. Anyway, so
That's good. You're good.
today we have some guests, and I've been thinking real hard about how to go about this interview. A lot of cheap shots and jabs could be had today, but
endless.
I know. You know. We're at a point now.
Probably some cousin jokes.
Well, we're at a point now where we're dealing with a club / crew / whatever the fuck, I don't know.
Cold.
They got more out bad members than they have in good standing. So technically, I don't even think I have an issue with this club anymore because I don't know anybody in it.
There's not one left, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. So this is a club that, you know, I was friends with the, I don't even know if I want to even mention his name, give him a fucking attention. But anyway.
Give initials or make a name for him. We'll call him.
His initials are Jimmy Dorenzo. Anyway. No, we're talking about a guy I knew roughly for about 20 years as an acquaintance, distant acquaintance, and never had any problems. Always seemed very nice, very charismatic, I guess you could say. You know, the guy could sell a ketchup popsicle to a woman in white gloves. You know.
That I agree.
So
that's a good one. I don't think I've ever heard that.
I don't know where I came up with that, but I know I used it for trad once.
It was good. Ice to an Eskimo type of shit. Yeah.
So anyway, I remember the day he came down to Bogies, and it was me and one or two of my guys, and him and that fat fuck Joe Brady, and I think it might have been Mike Day. They all came down and they were just saying, hey, you know, we want to start a street crew, and we just want to, you know, let you know we're doing this and just make sure, you know, we have your blessing, and I really don't give a shit what you're doing. And he was telling me then he was going to rock a 3-piece patch and all this stuff. I said, well, you better get that, you know, cleared from other people. That's not my say. So I said, and I told him at that time and place, I said, here's all the places that we are. Keep your fucking drugs out of it. Keep your bullshit out of it, because I know you're a drug dealer. You know, at the time, and I said, just don't give me any bullshit. 3 weeks later, there's bullshit. Anyway, so I gotta kind of watch what I say too. I don't want to mistakenly rat anybody out or whatever. Anyway, but
dry snitch. Yeah, nah, whatever.
But anyway, he's a king of that, I think. But anyway,
all over Facebook.
It's just, so we kind of had a mutual respect, I guess. I mean, it was friendly at first, and I mean, Joe Brady, I mean, that guy went down the shitter real quick. Just, he always threatens me on Facebook. Anyway, haven't heard, I'm sure I'll hear some stuff about this, but hopefully, if you're friends with him, share this. Anyway, I don't know, what was he? He was a pee-pee toucher or something, wasn't? I don't know. Didn't he try to?
What was the story?
He like gave drugs and stuff to an underage person, got caught, and I don't know, he magically never did any time.
Yeah.
And anyway, but
got fired. I think that was that. Right?
Anyway, so they came and it was, I guess, good intentions, but 3 weeks later, it was just, I knew it was going to be a shit show. It was just shit show after shit show after shit show. We're talking, I stuck up for him and a band of idiots a couple times from doing their fucking bullshit. And, I don't know, just the reciprocation was just crap. I mean, you were present when I actually helped him out with an after party for his car show, and whatever. I figured, we're friends. We could try and make things whatever. But anyway, then the disrespect came, and they harbored the disrespect at first, and we handled it. And he didn't like the terms of how street crews actually operate, and here we are today. We don't like each other. And yet today, he still hasn't made good on the contract he has out on me. I don't know.
The many.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're bringing these guys here.
6-piece nuggets, take out Mike Valenti.
Yeah, 6-piece nuggets and a vial of crack. Anyway, so I guess, he takes his life a little bit more serious than I take his life. It's just, whatever. But anyway, so diving into this whole club and crew culture, it's like, it doesn't seem like there's very much of a vetting process if you're going to have a criminal organization or an organization that claims to be fucking full of bad dudes and fucking rough dudes and guys that'll fight, and it doesn't really seem like if you got more out bad members than in, seems like something happened along the way to not, I guess you shouldn't just buy your patch to get into the club, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I hear, these are all rumors too.
It's like one of those things like, is it like you got to spend the night in a haunted house or something, or, set a poop bag on fire, ring the bell, type of shit, steal candy from a baby. Gotcha.
It's definitely a numbers game. I mean, dollar signs, you always
How
much
much money can I get out of this guy?
You always hear quantity over quality, but, that's them, quantity over quality. It's, $50 a month, you get 30 guys, do the math,
Yeah.
And then you do events, do the math on that,
I mean, it seems like ever since Sons of Anarchy hit the airwaves, it seems like there's been the culture has definitely gotten watered down.
Yeah.
And that's just from all aspects, in my opinion. Just, I remember I wanted to be a biker, I wanted to be a Hell's Angel. And I went that route. I knocked on the door, I did some time with them guys, and I realized I wasn't a biker. I mean, I'm not. I'm a bike enthusiast. I own a bike. I like riding bikes, but the terms that I gotta give that club credit, because I saw it firsthand, is they're about riding motorcycles, like everywhere. Everywhere you're riding here, you're doing this. I don't care what the weather's like. Fuck you. You're riding this. You're doing that. And I appreciate it and I liked it, but it's just like it was time consuming, and I didn't have the time, and I didn't want to lose my job. I didn't want to lose my band. I mean, that was another ultimatum I was told. It's like, listen, you're not going to be able to do your band and all this stuff. And I'm like, I love music. And then, then the music thing came around, and I decided to go that way. But still friends with all them dudes. But at least at the time I was in that, I mean, those dudes were real dudes, and it wasn't about all this crazy shit you see on TV about, oh, they do this, they do that. It's like, I never seen anything fucking outrageous. It was kind of boring a little bit for me. I mean, I just, whatever. I mean, but it's just ever since Sons of Anarchy hit the airwaves, and you got all these pop-up clubs, and these guys were a street crew, so they never had to account to anybody in the MC world. And then all of a sudden they became MC, and they still don't seem to really account to anybody. I don't understand. I just don't get it. It's just, I sit back and I'm looking, I'm like, wow. I'm like, back in the day, I mean, there wouldn't be anything but what the Hells Angels said in this area. And it's just all over the place, and I don't know. Whatever. That's my opinion. Like it or take it, whatever. But I mean, I don't know. What do you see?
I mean, the thing was, when we first started out, I was there from the beginning. You know what I mean? I was one of the day ones, and it was a street crew. It was a bunch of guys that liked to go out. A lot of guys were in the hardcore scene. A lot of guys were just, country boys that wanted to drink and have fun. And then you had your share of bikers. And the thing was, I was never a biker. I didn't give a fuck about the bike world. You know what I mean? Like, the MCs, I respect a handful. Like, I got friends that are in clubs that I respect those clubs. But at the same time, I wanted no part of an MC. How many times did I argue that battle? Wanted no part of an MC. Nothing. I didn't want to even go to MC events. It got to the point where I'd rather work, and I skipped out on events because I did not care to support these clubs that did not support us. So, a lot of times I even shake hands with the guys. They would come to the events, and I'm like, I'm not shaking hands with snakes. You know what I mean? Like, I'll give you the pound. That's it. That's all you're getting. The fist bump. And, once it became more MC, that's where I started taking a step back, and I started watching shit, and I'm just like, this ain't me. The drugs, the bullshit, the drama, more inner bickering than outer bickering. And then, once the drama happened with you guys, I was done. I was like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good on all this.
And it's like, ever since then, it's like, anybody that's left that club is, I get a message or a phone call or a text, and they're like, hey, can we talk? And it's like, it's getting to a point now, it's like, oh, I should just do a seminar. Just get everybody together. Let's do one seminar. We'll have, okay, can I have your attention, please?
It's nice to find out the truth.
Well, that's what happened. I won't touch on this situation. It's not my place to do so, but I reached out to you. I reached out to, Scotty Banks and, a few other guys that, you're associated with to get truth when that all went down. Because what I was told was not the truth.
Yeah.
So then that's when I was really, I was done with the whole thing. I was done on everything.
I wish to God my text messages saved from, they were so, but just the text messages I got that night were just, they were like funny, but I was just so.
But you know what? As fucked up as that situation was, it was my saving grace, because let me tell you something. I wouldn't say in debt, but my loyalty was too much for them that I didn't want to get away because I didn't have nothing else. I didn't know nothing else. You know what I mean? So that situation gave me enough, backbone to be like, I'm good. My son was born. Life was getting better. I opened up my shop, and ever since then, peaceful.
And that's where we are today at Purgatory Inc. on Central Ave. Come grab a tattoo here. And like I said, that's part of the roving culture too, is we like to do a different spot for every episode and kind of showcase that place and whatever. And it's just, it's just amazing though, from what I knew of him, it's just the leadership quality. To me, I was just like, wow. I said, I can't believe people are buying this bullshit, and why am I the bad guy? I don't get it. I didn't go to your fucking house and kick your fucking dog.
Yeah.
And it's like, you came to my house and kicked my dog.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude.
The sad part, there's no real leadership. It's a dictatorship. Members have no say in nothing in one club. No, you know what I mean? Yeah, you have church and one person talks. That's it. And it's like, that's not how it's supposed to be ran. And I got to the point where I just didn't care, so I never spoke. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, whatever, I'm just here, so I don't get a fine for not being here.
Jesus Christ. It's amazing. It's just, like I said, everything, it's all about accountability, and if you don't want to be accountable for your actions or your decisions, then whatever, it's gonna fold.
It just sucks because generally there's a lot of great guys that fell victim to that quote unquote leadership, and I had a bond with some of them that I can't even talk to anymore. You know what I mean? And it just sucks all around. But at the end of the day, I wasn't the best dude, but I came out with no hate towards nobody, no bad blood towards nobody. I don't care what anybody does. I have my own world, my own bubble. And these guys are still stuck on the same dumb shit. You know what I mean? And they'll never let it go. They're beefing with you for how many years now? And nothing's come about it.
I haven't even seen
You
anybody in 4 years, 3 years. I mean, whatever. And there's supposedly these contracts out on me, and one guy that's supposed to do it died, and the other one quit. And I'm like, Jesus Christ! I'm like,
he died. Was he, 90 years old? Fucking,
No,
there was a bunch of dudes at one point. I remember. I'm like, wow. They like. You have to have like your AARP card or something, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like you hitting up the fucking,
trapper.
The old age home, and fucking.
It was bad. It was so bad that all the young guys left. Probably like the second year in. All the young guys, they got out of there, and the suckers like me stuck around.
I guess that says something for loyalty. I just like I said, the whole ego and the arrogance. It's like. With me, it's like I know in a band. I know I represent, a club and production company and everything else. It's like I go out of my way to make sure people know that I'm nice. I'm not a dick unless provoked. I mean, for real. I mean, unless I got a fucking bottle of Jack Daniels in me, then it's potluck. But it was potluck this weekend.
Yeah, it was.
But I mean, I just make sure because it's like I represent other people, and I don't want reflection on me to go toward them. It's like those are people that I respect, and I'm not going to disrespect them by going out of my way to go to a club and slap somebody that is giving support to another crew. It's like, without at least saying, hey, I got a problem.
Yeah.
There was nothing. There was no delegation. There was no nothing. They were just like, I did what I did. I'm like, okay, I'm just letting you know I gotta do what I gotta do, and have a good night. Enjoy the hospital.
I did something stupid like that too because of my loyalty and what I'm supposed to do. Hit one dude and got my ass whooped by a bunch more. I deserved it. Shouldn't have done what I did. It was never a personal issue with me and the other guy.
Well, like I said,
nonsense.
It's just, I don't know. Basically, this is kind of like an educational thing. It's like if you're younger and you want to get into a street crew or a bike club, it's like do your research on that club and
It makes sense. Like the allure. Like the camaraderie and the brotherhood aspect of it, the fraternal, just wants and need for that type of loyalty and, respect, mutual respect and everything. But with some organizations, it's like, where is that? It's just not there.
I mean, that's why I joined. I had nobody. I worked for the president, so like. I felt finally a part of something important, and I had fake friends, so this was my chance to have like a small family. I was like, fuck it, yeah, let's do this. I got gassed up, and for a few years, Jimmy acted like he was like, a father figure. You know what I mean? And I can say that because he's old enough to be my father. You know what I mean? And he guided me a certain way, and then I started seeing things, hearing things, and then it just took one person to allow me to listen to recorded messages of him talking shit about me. I gave him years of loyalty, and I have to listen to these messages of him just, oh, Guido's a pussy, Guido's this, Guido's that, fuck him.
Call him a pussy, that's amazing.
He's only money. I only care about the money he brings to the shop, he pays to. I'm like, okay, now I got a problem. And, you know, these are recorded messages. You cannot deny that. And you know what I mean? When that happens, it's like a breakup. You're like, damn, now I ain't got that family. Because who knows how many others do that behind my back. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, that's the reason why I did all the stuff that I do. It's like, you know, my parents died, actually, like, right as soon as I was getting involved with this. But, I mean, I dove into this specifically to take up the slack. I mean, I have a younger brother. He lives, you know, 350 miles away. It's just, you know, so I don't really talk to him a whole lot. So, you know, now, you know, I got a girlfriend with a little girl, and actually we're getting a puppy next week, and you know, so it's like now I'm all set in my life. But now that, I mean, the crew stuff, the music stuff, all that stuff filled in all those gaps to make it so I didn't do anything stupid. And music kept me out of jail, kept me from fighting. The crew stuff kind of tugged it back into that area, but you know, the respect that has been earned has given me a little bit of leeway to kind of mentor. I mean, because I'm older, I'm as old as Jimmy, and you know, it's like people just need to have direction, and I see a lot of people that don't have what I have, and I notice, and being in the hardcore scene especially, there's a lot of kids that are lost. I don't want to say a lot, but there's some kids that are lost that don't have that family to go home to, or the solid foundation. And the music scene is definitely something that
It's a surrogate, you know, it's a parent, you know, it's
it's a to bridge the gap to something. And I've had a lot of kids come up to me and say, thank you for doing this show. He goes, Jesus, he goes, you know, I was having a bad time this year, but I was looking forward to this show, and it's so great to see all my friends. And it's all right, you know. I like to try and do everything positive, you know. I mean, gangster life, I mean, I'll be honest, I never grew up in the streets. I mean, I've been a suburban kid the whole time. I mean, yeah, I had troubled youth. I used to get in a lot of fights. You do a lot of dumb shit, but you know, as I grew up, it's like I know how I felt, and I don't want people to feel like that. And the ways that I chose to go helped me to not feel like shit. So I open up. I got a band, you know, come out to the show. I put on shows, come out to the show. It's like everything's revolved around social interaction, and you know, especially when you're going through tough times, you gotta stay busy. You gotta stay, you know, going. You know, is that thing still recording?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Still good.
All right.
Just checking.
But I mean, even like when you reached out to me, you know, we met up, and I mean, we haven't talked as much as Shawn and I have, but I mean, you're like, oh, no, my kid, he's like doing the music stuff, and he needs some of this stuff. I'm like, yo, come on over. I got a bunch of fucking excess stuff, but you know, I mean, that's how I am. And it's like, so the person that I've been painted to you in the past, it's funny, but I never painted a picture of that person, and you just magically saw how that was, you know? But I do see how a lot of the people see him as a positive figure, and it's just, you know, wolf in sheep's clothing, I guess, you know. And listen, everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, you're a pussy, you're talking shit," and all this stuff. It's like, I don't. I mean, I would text this stuff to him or call him, but I'm blocked. I'm blocked on Facebook. And, you know, we had that meme war. It was so funny, and everybody's like, yeah, why are you doing that on social media? I go, well, A, it's fucking fun, and I get up in the morning and I wake up laughing because I have an idea. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do this.
I wake up laughing.
Yeah, I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna make fucking people smile today at that motherfucker's expense. Why? Because he started the fucking stupid war. Made some. he made a fat dude at a keyboard warrior and put my face on it. I was like, oh, I said, I get what you're doing, but I'm way better at Photoshop than you are. Be ready. And I used to just tag him and everything, and he just got so
What was it, that Black Widow fucking one? Was
Oh,
fucking,
from every which way.
so good.
Oh my god. You don't even understand. It's like, I don't know. It's and then this other guy, this snowball dude.
Yeah, I don't know where the fuck he came from. He was never in when I was in.
Well, he made a post saying I was out bad from the club. I'm like, bro, I'm not even in the fucking.
So
what?
It's funny. You're out bad. I'm out bad. I retired when I left because I was like, you know what? I just want to step down. That was accepted. You were still in the club. It was accepted. And then all of a sudden I'm out bad. Why? Because you're my boy. I'm not gonna ditch you. You know what I mean? That's the thing.
I got put out bad. I left on good terms.
Yeah.
5 months later, I was notified I was out bad.
Oh.
It's like, what do they do? Just
Because
like,
it's easy to
spin
text
names
it
out
to
of a hat.
you. It was easier to text it to you than say it in person.
2 dead guys are out bad. I'm sure too.
Yeah.
People
Oh,
that,
yeah.
People that weren't even in the
What, you
club.
died?
was-
Out bad.
Chromie was he was one that reached out to me. And you know what? He was, not to discount how you guys reached out to me, but I felt bad for him. I felt genuinely bad for this dude. Now we're talking about an older guy, probably pushing 60, biker guy, and you can tell he's been in the biker life a long fucking
Probably
time.
the only real biker in that.
I was just gonna.
And
say
he
that.
came to me and he goes, hey, I gotta ask you a question. And he's like, I'm leaving. I left the club, and here I am. I'm going to meet him. I'm gonna fucking knock this guy's block off, right? Because he reached out. He's like, yo, we need to sit down. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Whatever. And he's just like, ooh. And I'm like, oh fuck. But he was just like, again, he's like, I need to know what happened here and what happened here. I said, I can tell you, but I don't understand. Why would you believe me? I said, I don't know you. It's like you're just asking me to tell my side of the story.
Yeah.
I said, but the benefit of my side of the story is I have witnesses. I said, I could give you about 10 people that saw it, and you can ask them the same questions. I said, and pretty much everything that ever comes out of my mouth, there's always somebody that can vouch either how stupid I was or how funny I was or whatever. It's just, but I felt bad for him because he was crushed.
Well, out of all the guys, he was probably one of the only real bikers that was in that club. And he when you're that hardcore into that lifestyle, your loyalty is there. You'll die for that badge. That's what you're there to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was that guy, and that's why I was close to him. He used to go to the gym with me. I was in the gym with him. Like that's my brother. Like I could call him 3:00 in the morning. He would rescue me no matter what. No questions asked. He'd be right there. If he had pajamas on, he'd still be right there. You know what I mean? But he got used, abused, and thrown to the side. Nobody wanted to listen to him. That was a man that could probably brought that club in a whole different, way. But you get blindsided, and that's what happened.
Well, like I said, I mean, Mr. Dorenzo, we're not here to just shame you and bash you. Just trying to show you the light. It's like, come on, bro. You were a different person. He was a different person when we first started talking about this shit. And all
Or
of a
he was the
sudden,
same person and just didn't show himself.
Point taken. Point
Yeah.
taken.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I heard him. I was a kid and I was, in my early 20s. And I was bouncing at a strip joint, and one of the strippers was dating him, and he beat her up pretty good. I was just like, wow, this guy's a dick, It's like, but I never met him, and I mean, he claims that he bounced that Huey too. I think he was there for like a week, whatever. But he was never part of any hardcore scene. Five Finger Death Punch is not a hardcore band, bro. Volbeat is not a hardcore band, bro. Maybe on Jersey Shore it is, but
He started that hardcore scene.
is that what he said?
Yeah.
He started it. Jesus Christ! Don't tell that to Bob Riley or Ralph Renner or fucking any of the Troy kids or fucking Steve Reddy or.
That's why I had to reach out to you, because all the stories, he is such a great storyteller. And thank you for sitting down with me, because you definitely showed me the light.
I wish I could be like undercover boss and go sit in on one of them meetings. give me a fucking cut and I'll wear a big beard and a
There's
big
not.
schnoz.
It's a big motivational speech.
Listen, if you went to him and said you want to be in, he'll let you in.
I had one of my friends reach out to me. He's like, "Yo, you know this guy?" I said, "Yeah, why?" He was. I worked with him, and he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "We were talking. He was talking about his thing, and he goes, $2,500, and I'll get you your vest and patches."
Wow.
Doesn't even cost Adam made.
And I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" He goes, "What'd you say?" He goes, "No." He goes, "I don't want to be part of any of that stuff." This kid's a brawler.
Yeah.
But he's by himself. He's got a wife and kid. He doesn't do
Peaceful that way.
He would upcharge outrageous amounts for whatever the patches were.
Oh man, I used to do the patches. I can tell you how cheap those things are. It's crazy.
And then I got it when you left.
Yeah. It's insane. And I never believed in that. And, my thing is, your brother's your brother, and you shouldn't have to. My big thing was, you don't poison your brother. So, and that was my biggest problem. Selling drugs or serving your brother to me was wrong, and I always got talked about it in meetings because you know what? Back then, I was doing steroids back then. You know what I mean? That was the only thing I ever did. Never touched a drug. Never. I drank, but steroids was my thing, and they would use that against me. If I'd be like, I don't think we should be giving our brothers meth. That's fucking retarded. They're like, well, you do tren. I'm like, meth, tren, outweigh those two. Like, what the fuck? So you know what I mean? Like, once I got off the shit, and I left the club, and I just used to hear all these stories, and it was nothing but addicts and everything that isn't me. I'm like, why was I even around that long? Like, what am I doing? What did I waste my life for? Like, what?
That club definitely made me somebody I wasn't.
Made me hate it. I had friends, colleagues, other artists and stuff like that wanted nothing to do with me. Nothing. You know what I mean? A lot of people lost respect for me being in that club. You know what I mean? A lot of other clubs that I was friends with, they lost respect for me. For just being associated and being in that club. And once I left, little by little, people started reaching out, artists started reaching out. I got no bad blood with nobody in this world, you know what I mean? And I don't care who they are, they can talk shit about me, I don't give a fuck. It doesn't affect my life none. And seeing that, leaving that club, how much hate I got just for being there. Just for being there. I didn't do anything, just for being there. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I know a lot of people that don't like you.
Yeah, I know.
No, simply because of that shit.
No, legit. No, legit. And you know what? I make amends. I shake hands with dudes that I know that don't like me. You know what I mean? I let them know, you got a problem, say it. If not, I ain't got no problem with you. I'll shake your hand. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I'm 38 years old. Ain't nobody got time to go out in the alley, shoot the fair one. You know what I mean? I'm here to make money. I'm here to do tattoos, and I'm here to just build my life. I can care less about the extra bullshit.
Yeah.
You
I mean, I don't know. I know I can hold my head high where I go. I mean, like I said, I try to do the right thing. I try to be positive. I try to be something that somebody can look up to. And you wouldn't believe like the random questions I get on my Facebook Messenger, like, "Hey, you have a second? Listen, about anything from music to being in a gang." It's like, Jesus Christ. It's like,
There's a lot of personal accountability also, It's like you want to be able to give good advice so, that word that you're passing on will eventually, go to the next guy and then go to the next guy, in a beneficial way. It's not burying people, it's planting seeds, so fucking something can grow.
I got my kid that message.
yeah, he hits me up on Instagram every now and then. He always hits me up on my personal account. I'm never on there. And so when I answer him, it's like a month later. So tell him I'm not being a dick. I'm just not on there. I got enough fucking.
He never got that from him, But you kind of took us right in, like, I don't know how to explain it, but.
Well, it's not necessarily take you right in. It's just being a fucking
upfront and honest.
Good human.
human being, I guess, And the funny, the thing is, like, when I wanted to do this interview, I was thinking like, ooh, we could have some fun with this, and but I think taking the avenue that we're taking is a little bit better. It's more of just a conversation, and it's I don't need to tear anybody else down to bring myself up.
Yeah.
It's just more of a to heed a warning to people that might get involved with the wrong people, not necessarily him or that club, but just in general.
I mean, it's like you said, do your research.
Yeah, I mean, this capital district is too small, and there's too much drama for the lack of population that we have, and yet nobody does nothing about anything. There's never, I mean, whatever. It's just, I mean, I will, but it doesn't seem like, just shut the fuck up and just stay in your lane. I mean, that's pretty much how it should go. It's like, I don't know, pay respect, and if you want respect, that's it. Mm-hmm. It's just, I don't know how else to really put it. I guess, I don't know. I was expecting more of a comedy aspect for this, but I just, the tone just kind of like,
making a how not to tutorial.
Yeah,
you know, like one of those things, like, you know, like if you don't have the right mindset, you know, you're not looking for a level of loyalty that it requires to actually be in a crew, in a gang, in a club, you know, depending on what it is. Don't even look that way, you know, go to the fucking Y and fucking help kids shoot basketball or some shit, you know, find your passion there, you know, like it's ridiculous.
A lot of times too, like I've even noticed, like with friends of mine when I was in the club, everybody wanted to join and stuff, and I would just tell them straight out, you know, it's not for you, don't get yourself involved. Because you know what, you can hang out with different crews and be loyal, but not be a part of nothing. You know what I mean? You could still build that friendship and that brotherhood outside of being a part of something. You know what I mean? And now that I'm not a part of anything, I understand that because, you know, like I said, I rebuilt friendships that I lost. And they're part of everywhere that don't get along. You know what I mean? And I can go hang out with this one that don't like this one, and then go to the same day and hang out with this one because I don't, you know what I mean? We're all friends. I can care less about the drama inside the world.
Yeah, I mean,
it's peaceful that way.
You know, like me and my friends, I mean, we don't deal drugs, we don't sell guns, we don't fucking do any of this shit. We do shows and try to get toys for kids and turkeys for the homeless. It's like,
doing good things.
What have you done lately?
You know, doing good things for the community. You know, it's like there's a respect for that. You know, it's like you're doing the right thing. You're leading by example, and that's what it always should be. Yeah. Not, you know, some ridiculous taboo fucking, you know, well, it's in my bylaw, I can't talk to Mike Valenti, sorry. Or something like that, you know? It's like, you know, I can't even,
it's probably in there
if he's
now.
looking north, I have to look south, you know, fucking, you know, as the crow flies, you know, type of shit.
A lot of the reasons why a lot of us were out bad was when we started to see the truth.
Yeah.
So we would get the out bad, so we couldn't talk. Once we found out the actual truth,
It's not
so we couldn't talk to any of the
Oh,
members that were
that's
still
what that
in.
is.
Nobody can talk to us.
Yeah.
But that's when they would reach out, and that's why they reach out to you, because their curiosity finally kicks in, and they're like, well, these guys will tell me, so let me go ask them.
You know, I put my time in that club. I did a lot of stupid things. But when I left, I was getting a lot of calls like, did you really leave? What made you leave? And just being honest, like, you know, seeing things, hearing things that, you know, started to make sense, and it's not for me.
Yeah, it's funny, when I left, that's all I heard was, oh, we expected it, because they dropped that MC thing on me, and they knew right then and there that was I was like, oh no, I'm good, I'm out.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna disrespect the ones that is about that life, but I'm not with that life, you know what I mean? It's just not my thing, you know?
Yeah, life's too short, man. And you know, over the past 2-3 years, a lot of close people have been passing away that I know, and I'm sure I'm not the only one happening to. So it just makes you say, Jesus, you know, what am I leaving behind? So try to be something positive, you know. That's it.
You want a legacy as a fucking douche, or you know, you actually want fucking people to fucking show up and have some really good fucking stories.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, it's like, hey, you know,
At least I can say when I get married, I'm not marrying my cousin.
There you go. I probably would have been better off. Fuck.
That would have been an awkward Thanksgiving.
We know a guy. Wasn't awkward for him
Beat
though.
her up too.
Oh, man.
Yeah, right.
You beat up her and her
That's
dog.
what I hear. Jesus.
Oh, man.
Again, well, whatever. You know.
But nothing happened because word is he never had a domestic before, so that's why there was.
Well, that's
When did that
good for
become a
him.
thing?
I don't know how that happened, but anyway, listen. Before we get accused of dry snitching or and fucking whatever, let's just sorry to everybody that thinks this is gonna be a fucking laugh riot comedy show. I meant it to be like that, but fuck.
No, it turned into Maury.
Yeah.
No, not Maury.
And the
father-
Barbara Walters.
And the father is.
Well, it's one of those things where all the so far the couple of podcasts we've done.
I know the
it's,
last
we
one was
have
supposed to be fucking hilarious.
the last one. Well, nobody expected. Josh Mosh is when he has a few in him, he's fucking wild. He's
He was
but
sober and he was intelligent and he answered all the satanic questions.
incredibly lucid, and it was
Damn you,
but
Josh
it
Mosh.
was great. It was great. It was great. We were in habit. We were wearing fucking
I know.
fucking priest fucking
That
attire.
was episode 2. This is episode 3. So
Yeah.
Can't wait to
episode 4, we're trying to find somebody. So when we interview them, if they have like a tick or they swear a lot, we're trying to make a drinking game out of it because we need to fucking bang out fucking.
So
Yeah.
somebody with Tourette's. There you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we
See, you got to bring this on the road, and we'll do it in fucking Europe.
Oh no.
Yeah, why not?
I don't want no video of Europe. Who knows the fuck's gonna happen?
Well,
Jesus, you want evidence?
fair enough.
No. Yeah, that's gonna be I don't know when this will probably air when we get back from Europe. So, but
Yeah, we've got friends out there. We can fucking sit down and, after a fucking show and fucking,
straight off.
Yeah,
the Europe last time was fun. Oh boy. Oh, this past Saturday was fun. Oh boy. Yeah, people still telling me stuff I did.
Oh, I think the funniest
That was a
is
good
this
night.
fucking guy. He's like, he's walking around. He's like, oh, I got a cigar. And I'm like, why don't you smoke it? He's like, oh, all right. He starts smoking a cigar in the club. Security's coming up. Hey, can you just go by the door? Like, you can't smoke in here. And you're just blowing smoke in their face. Like, what do you mean? I'm not smoking. And you're fucking, amazing.
Oh,
Amazing.
yeah. Well,
Things happen. Whatever.
When you're a giant.
No, I mean, it's not
you're
like,
an asshole.
ah,
But anyway, so like every other podcast, we have to shamelessly promote our new whiskey. It's not out yet. Still waiting on the second distiller to get the shit going. Anyway, so Smooth Truth Whiskey. When this comes out, it is going to be absolutely bonkers. Here, Ray, you want to fucking open that up? And Shawn does not drink, but Derek will have a little partake, and I'm guaranteeing you. Do you like whiskey?
I do.
What do you like? What's your stuff?
Jack.
Jack, all right. Man after my own heart. I like that just as much, if not better, than Jack Daniels. I'll tell you what, I can't wait to get this shit going because I'm excited. I retired from my job and everything just so I could dedicate full time to this. Well, I didn't. I retired, but it wasn't by choice.
sorry.
I'll just add it to my collection.
There you go. Yeah. Pour 'em out. Just
Little snifter there. Ooh,
Jesus. Yep.
Yeah, our
Little guy.
makeshift table
Little
and
guys, little
back in the
guys.
tattoo shop here.
It's the first drink I'm having in fucking a minute.
Since Saturday? You didn't even drink Saturday?
No. Dude.
Smells
Like
good.
afraid of drinks, I'm not gonna fucking stop. Fucking stupid
well.
divorce shit. Fucking I'm like, what? And we just there you go. Sorry, it's a little wet there.
Anyway, salute.
Okay.
Aha.
There we go. Alright.
Here's a swimming with bow-legged women.
Yep. I did that too. One and done.
Pretty fucking good, right?
T-Rex approved.
T-Rex approved. Listen to that. Anyway, so if the audio on this is a little bit lacking because of the last couple episodes,
Blame Josh.
Josh Walsh, our audio engineer, had food poisoning tonight. So we didn't have time to reschedule because we're going to Europe. This is, of course, when this airs, we'll be back from Europe, but we're going to Europe, going to Florida. We're doing a bunch of shit. So yeah, it is what it is. So hopefully you can hear everything, and Purgatory ain't. Oh, I forgot. So after my first episode, only one episode, our first episode, we got endorsed by a weed company.
Oh yeah.
So
I need to start. I need something to take the edge off.
yeah, so
Indica, like Indicouch. That's where I want to be.
Kushy. Here, hold that up to the camera so
Just
people
throw it
can
at me.
see there.
Oh, gummies. I'm in.
Cushy
That's it.
treats.
Cushy.
So we were trying to design our own strain of gummy back during COVID, and we couldn't find anybody to do the molds. But now we may have a partner. So Cushy, but look at this shit. He mailed this to. This shit's legal to mail now. I don't know. But look at that.
So much has
Oh,
changed,
fucking-
bro.
It's crazy.
Oh, hey.
It's awesome.
There you go.
I don't smoke weed. I don't eat weed. But I'm
don't
gonna
smoke.
I'm gonna probably hold on to this stuff. And these are like more weed. It's weed. Fucking yeah. I think we should legalize every drug and then just weed out the weed.
Cushy, huh?
Cushy. THC gummies and
Cushy.
products. Sour watermelon gummies.
Smooth Truth and Cushy.
No, I kind of want to try these.
There's also our Pillage.
Pillage at Helderberg Meadworks and Bull
Yep.
and Bee Meadery carry that. You can
Yep.
get it from Helderberg Meadworks direct. They will mail it to your fucking door. Look them up on the website. I guess that's about it. Brick by Brick. Going to Europe February 2nd to the 13th. We're going back to Europe in July. Working on another East Coast tour, probably more Midwest for end of May, June. Look like we're going out with Generation Kill. Rob Dukes
Rob
from
Dukes.
Exodus.
Rob Dukes.
What else? Australia,
Yep.
end of the year.
Things on the line. Things on the line. Yep. It'll be beautiful down there while it's freezing up here. So.
Me and Jeff are going to start writing some new material. Other than that, thank you for tuning in. You guys got any parting words? Any wisdom to
Any
lay on anybody?
plugs or anything?
No, just live your life for you.
Yeah, want to make fun of me? You got something to say about me? You got to talk shit? You can say it right here.
Mike Valeni is an asshole.
I am.
He's
Buy
an
a
asshole.
shirt.
You know, the best kind. And
Yeah.
the best kind.
Somebody calls you got to own it. Simple.
That's it.
Make
It's
sure.
funny, I had a DoorDash guy say
Roving Culture
Yeah, big
Podcast.
heart.
Brick by Brick shirt, and the DoorDash guy said, "Tell Mike Maloney he's an asshole." Cool.
Cool.
Yep.
Here's an extra $5 in your tip there, buddy.
It's like, thanks.
Anyway, thank you for joining us on the Roving Culture Podcast. Yeah. Peace out.
Later. Fack.
How long was it?
I don't know. I don't have my glasses on, so
I don't either.
I
That's
can't
all
even fucking tell. I'm blind as a fucking
It was
bat
8
now.
o'clock, so it's been an
Stupid
hour.
fucking tumors.
Hour? Jesus, I hope. Well,
It says 47, looks like 47.
Perfect. It'll